guys, StickerPurse here, and today I'm bringing you the second one of my internet spotlights, and today's going to be over the Google Glasses. Now, when I first heard about the Google Glasses, I honestly thought it was just some joke. Like some guy online had written some announcement and was just like, here you go, world, and I'm gonna tag you along for a while, and then, nope. So, then I found out, hey, it is a real thing, because all I had heard up until then was just like, oh, Google Glasses. And so I didn't know where the announcement came from, anything like that. And so when I did find out they were real by looking them up, I actually found out they're not called the Google Glasses. They're called the Google Glass. When I first heard that, I thought it was a different project. Honestly, I thought it was going to be like some giant window that you'd install and just be like, yeah, giant computer on the side of my house, ready to have that stolen within a week. But no, it's the right thing, and it's not even a full pair of glasses, it's just a thing with a small little frame right here that will show videos. You can record video with it, you can voice activate it for various different things. You can do web chats, messages, get directions. You can do a lot of great stuff with it. Long story short, I'm basically calling it a phone on your face. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Don't get me wrong there. I'm just saying, long story short, long story short, it is a phone on your face. Only it has more accessibility. Like, you don't have to type in for your directions, just be like, from da 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 to da 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 da. You can just say Google from here to there, and it'll bring up directions right there, and you don't have to memorize like this picture in your head or print it out. It'll show it on that screen so that you can follow it. Now, I do have a few things that I'm not quite sure about working out. First one, they showed a picture online of how durable the frame was, and that is cool. Like if you're gonna have glasses like that, you need a durable frame. It can't just be something that'll snap when the wind blows. However, is the glass as durable as the frame? Because they just showed them twisting the frame. They didn't show anything happening to the glass. So will the glass break easily? How cautious will you need to be with it? Will it need to be cleaned? And if it does, most likely it will, because with glass, you can store it in some high-tech airtight vault, and you pull it out and it's got finger smudges on it. But if it does break, is there a warranty? Can it be fixed? Does it have to be replaced? Will you have to buy a brand new pair? It's just the glass portion of the glass worries me. Just from being owner of glasses. In fact, I've had glass fall out of the frame, or I've lost like a portion of the frame, like one little screw, and it destroyed the entire glasses. Like, I couldn't wear them anymore until I put that screw back in, and even then the glass didn't fit back in. I couldn't get it back in. So that's what kind of worries me, is the glass portion of the Google Glass. You notice I said Google. For some reason, my mouth has an extremely hard time saying Google. And so if I say Google again or something like that, forgive me. I don't mean to, it just happens. Now, another portion of the Google Glasses that gets to me is always online. Now, the concept of always online, I like. I like the concept of always online, because it just seems like more convenient. You won't have to worry about downloads. Like, the moment you turn it on, it'll be like, oh, by the way, downloads forever. But what worries me about these Google Glasses being always online, with things like the Xbox, or a PC or some game console or something like that that's always online, is those generally stay in one spot, and they stay within an online area. Like, it will have access to the internet in that area. The Google Glasses, however, how do they stay connected? Because if you're traveling around with them, Wi-Fi isn't exactly everywhere you go. So what about those areas where you're not in Wi-Fi? Will they offer data? Or do they have some thing planned where for Google Glasses only are always connected to some specific internet wavelength? How? That's what worries me about them, is always online. How does it do it? Like, because I know with my phone right now, even when I'm in a Wi-Fi area, the Wi-Fi can sometimes suck to the point where it's the same as not having internet. So that kind of concerns me about them, is how do they stay always connected? And they might have released something talking about it and I just missed it, but I'm not sure. Another thing that'll kind of help with all this is they actually are sending out betas, basically. They've got a pool of people that they're fixing to choose from. I am not in that pool, but they will be looking at sending some to a few select people to kind of review it and go over what they are. So, all in all, it looks like a really interesting product, and it seems like it's a great idea. My issues are the glass itself and how it stays connected to the internet, and I just now thought of a third. Memory size. If it can record video and say it's not connected to the internet, where does that video go? Does it have the ability to save that? Can it remember that video? What if it's a longer video? Well, and it's too big for the memory chip in there, because undoubtedly there has to be a memory chip in there somewhere. So that's another thing. It's like, how big is the memory on it? Will it be something like with the Apple iPads and iPods? Will they have like varying memory sizes that they're going to release? Now, I have heard a rumor, this is just a rumor, that they're coming out with stores specifically for the Google Glasses. Do I think this is a smart move? No. Whether it's true or false, I do not think this is a smart move. Apple has specific stores, but they have multiple products to dish out. They have the iPad, the iPod, several different generations. They have the OtterBoxes. They sell they have multiple things. They have the Macs. They have all these things. So they can manage a store because they have enough products. The Google Glasses, or Glass, it's only one product. Yeah, there's different shapes and sizes and everything, but it's still only one product. And so I don't see it working out that well. Maybe if they actually did it alongside Glass's stores or something like that, or they did it alongside another store that's specific to something, yeah, I can see that working out, just not a store for only Google Glass. Granted, it's a rumor, so it could be false in the first place, and I'm just raging about nothing. But all in all, would I recommend it? Yes. It looks like an amazing product. It's not out yet, so don't be like, oh, you recommended it, I need to go get a pair. And I don't have a pair myself, so I don't know exactly what the experience is going to be like. However, with that recommendation of, like, is it a good thing? Yes, it's a good thing. But I wouldn't exactly say go out of your way to get it. If you have the money and you are interested, get it. Like, honestly, it seems like a great thing. But if you like don't want a pair of them, your phone will do just fine. It won't be as convenient, but it does the same things. In fact, your phone does more. So this has just kind of been what I know about them, how I feel about them, and yeah, they look like a good product. Now, I'm going to go ahead and log off because I've got a final tonight at 5:30, and I've got to study for that. It's not a dire thing. I don't need to make a 88 in order to barely make a C in the class. I can fail this final and still pass the class. I'd just rather do good on it than not. So I'm going to log off, and if you don't like this video, go ahead, don't like it. But if you do like it, like it. And if you really like it, subscribe. And if you want to say something to me, unfortunately, messenger pigeons are no longer allowed in this world. I'm sure somebody somewhere still uses them, but I don't. So if you want to let me know something, you can either put a comment on the video, Nathan, you are included. Like, you put a comment on one of my videos and you haven't done anything since. So I am calling out to you, buddy. Pressure is on. But anyway, he is not the only one that needs to comment, because I need to know how I'm doing with these. I can't just have a couple views here and there and then be like, oh, well, does that mean it's good or bad? I need to know whether this is a good thing or a bad thing, and if you liked it. Obviously, if you like it, but I'm going off on a tangent. Anyway, I'm going to get back to studying, and I will see y'all later.